Greetings, people, and thanks for stopping by once again to watch one of my videos. Eric Patrick Clapton, born March 30th, 1945, still with us, thankfully. I've heard that Eric isn't in the greatest health. He'll be 72 very soon, but I think he's still ripping it up. Good for him. Good for you, Eric. Thank you for everything you've given us. Eric went through several stages in his musical career, some of which I am more a fan of. While I do like his poppier stuff, being a classic rock type of guy, Cream is probably one of my favorite bands. I think they were a band that were, even in their short term, less than 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, they were such innovators when it came to giving us hard rock and the modern rock that we know today. Short summary here, 1962, Eric joins the Yardbirds. Sorry, 1963. He came on the scene at 62. I believe was partially responsible for giving them some of their biggest hits, such as For Your Love. He joined John Mayall and the Blues Breakers briefly before leaving them in 1966 and forming Cream. He also did some work with Blind Faith with Steve Winwood. It's absolutely fantastic music. I thought that the album they did was just superb. Bonnie and Friends, Derek and the Dominoes. Most people are quite familiar with Layla and such. I like Eric's playing from about 1963 with the Yardbirds right up until about 1972. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't like anything he did after that, but anyway, so as you heard the intro, yes, it is based on White Room, but I tried to incorporate some of Eric's rhythm and some of Eric's leads into the solo. Now I'm covering some of his rhythm because I like Eric's rhythm playing. I think he's just as good a rhythm player as he is a lead player, and he has to be. He's a songwriter. Now this is his rock rhythm playing. His blues rhythm playing would be a cleaner tone, and of course would be different. All right, let's move on to it. So here's the rhythm. I've transposed this into the key of C, essentially C minor. And basically, Eric, like Jimi Hendrix, liked to do a lot of chromatic type rhythm stuff for using single notes to go to, say, like a dyad, that kind of thing. So that kind of thing, which is essentially that's the basis of that rhythm. And then the change is simply B flat. And then I did another hammer on going into a short dyad. So now, one thing I like about Eric is he wasn't afraid to play full chords with a higher gain setting. Eric Clapton, people, we talk about Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin and such, and well, we have to give credit to Tony Iommi for being the true godfather of heavy metal. I don't think that's arguable. We do have to give kudos to bands like Blue Cheer, The Who, The Kinks, Cream for giving us that heavy, heavy sound. Because for the time, that music was heavy. It really was. Okay, so now we'll move on to the lead. So like Eric, I like the wah. It's Amplitude's wah. I wish I had a real wah pedal, but it'll have to do. And I have it on the, I did the rhythm and the lead on the neck pickup to give it more of that Eric Clapton woman tone, a thicker tone. Remember, they were a power trio, and boy, they were powerful. And Eric had to stand out. You know, Jack played his bass pretty loud. The thing about Cream is that, in a way, it was kind of hard to do this mix because I appreciate all three musicians equally. I wanted everyone to stand out. I wanted Ginger's drums to stand out. Wanted Jack's bass to stand out, and I definitely wanted Eric to stand out. So Eric is a blues-based guitar player, predominantly pentatonic minor, occasionally major, you know, in his more pop-oriented stuff. He liked pre-bends, that kind of thing. So, you know, I opened the lick up similar to the solo for Sunshine of Your Love, which is, he said he stole from Blue Moon, which I think is kind of cool. So I basically just went. And then half-step bends. He liked half-step bends. I do a full bend here. Half-step bend from the E flat to the E. It's basic blues, right? It's just Eric isn't really tricks. His phrasing is really nice. Is really good. You know, people argue, say Eric Clapton isn't that great. Really? We're looking at 1962. How many years are we talking about here? 2 generations, 2.5 generations, going into a 3rd generation of fans. I think the guy's done what he needed to do. You know what I mean? So basic playing, but it's his phrasing. So I won't go, you know, deeply into the solo because Eric Clapton's playing, like I said, has changed dramatically over the years. There is a tab download. I'll go slowly through the solo, and maybe I'll zoom in and go from there so that you get an idea. And with the tab and the backing track, you can jam over it yourself. Something like that. Eric Clapton, excellent guitar player. And whether you like him or not and say, oh, well, you know, he wasn't technically proficient, he didn't need to be for what he's done over the years. He did what he needed to do, and he's an excellent songwriter, one of the best of all time. And he's proven that time and again. GuitarChopsFree.com, Facebook, Guitar Chops Free, Twitter, Guitar Chops Free. Patreon, Guitar Chops Free. Peace out. Thanks for listening, and all the best.